Imagine this. One day you're walking about the street, or one day you're doing something random, right? And you come across the most amazing person that you've ever seen. And then you talk to them. You guys begin to form a relationship. Then a few months down the line, you become girlfriend and boyfriend. And then things are going well, right? You're hanging out, you're making plans for the future. And then one day, things start to go wrong. And you start to worry because you made all these plans. You thought you would get married to this person, right? You thought that you would spend the rest of your life with this person. Then one day, it all comes to an end and you break things off. This story is oddly specific because I've been through this experience. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've been through that as well. So by the grace of God, I was able to heal for the most part, I would say. And I want to help you out as well. Maybe you just got out of a relationship. Maybe you just broke up with that person that you thought you would spend the rest of your life with. But I'm here to help you. And let's get started. All right, I'm not going to waste your time. The first thing I need you to do, all right, the first thing I did in order to overcome this pain was so simple, but it's so difficult at the same time. You have to feel it. You have to feel the pain. You're going to want to avoid it. You're going to want to numb yourself out with TikTok. You're going to want to fill yourself with pornography. You're going to want to do various things to escape the thought of this person leaving your life and leaving that void in your heart. But you have to realize that if you don't feel it, the pain will never go away. You see, sadness will never vanish. You have to express that. It has to leave your body somehow. So my best advice for you, all right, is to cry, to feel the pain that you need to feel. Let me read you a verse that really, when I read it when I was in that tough period a few months ago, it changed my entire view on sadness and mourning. Ecclesiastes 7 verses 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for sadness has a refining influence on us. When we are sad, when we express the emotions the way we need to express it, it's actually going to help us heal faster than bottling it up, because eventually it's going to express itself in ways you might not like. Maybe it comes through lashing out at your parents, maybe lashing out at your best friend. It could be anything, right? And until you allow that pain to express itself, you're going to be prolonging the pain when you don't have to. Remember this verse, because a lot of people think men cannot cry. And what I think is this: I think it's appropriate, very appropriate to cry. And you know why I think that? Because Jesus did himself. John 11 verses 35, Jesus wept. You are allowed to feel, bro. And some parents make you think that it's a bad thing to express your emotions. They tell you to stop crying. They tell you that, why are you crying, bro? You have nothing to cry about, right? But I know it hurts because I felt that way as well. I felt true pain. But through that pain and through expressing it in this way, I've grown so much. I'm sure you guys can tell as well. You guys look at my older videos, they've changed a bit because I've become a different person. So listen up. The best thing I could tell you right now is to pour out your heart to Jesus. Because in the most painful time of my life, I could barely pray. All I could do was cry. And all I could do was sit in God's presence, right? Because your tears can say more than 1,000 words can. Psalm 62 verses 8. Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge. So, like I said, if the pain is still raw right now, what I need you to do is to journal how you feel just for 5 minutes a day, because I know this will help you express that sadness. And with each journal, you need to pray that God will heal you based off the part that's broken inside of you. The second thing is very important. You need to cut off contact. When you try to stay friends after a breakup, you're only prolonging that pain, especially as men. I'll tell you the truth, because the girl could be completely fine, right? Maybe she got over the breakup while you were still in the relationship. And then at the time when it was time to break up, she was basically healed. but you were confused. So I'm telling you right now, from experience, do not be friends with your ex. Now here's a disclaimer. If you are truly sure that you can be fine being friends, all right, do what you need to do. But for the majority of people, they're emotionally attached, and it's not smart to maintain contact, at least for the first 90 days. So unfollow them, block them, whatever you have to do, all right? Do this for your sake, all right? Not because they did anything to you. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, right? But either way, you have to protect your heart. You have to guard your heart, bro. Any mementos, any things they've given you, things that are special and things that remind you of them, do your best to put it away. I don't know what they've given you, all right? It could be something precious. So I'm not going to just tell you to throw it away. But you know what you have to do to stop these triggers that are reminding you of this person. And I say this because this will help you develop your relationship with God. The most spiritual growth I've ever had came in the last maybe 6 months out of the breakup. Because I'll be honest, I was idolizing the girl I was with. She was above God in my life. And when that was taken away, I was finally able to focus on what really mattered. And that was my relationship with God. Because relationships can become an idol so easily. We can start to look at this person as the solution to all of our emotional issues. But when we do that, we basically put God in the back burner and say, all right, God, you can stay over there. I want this person. But why are we focusing on the creation and not the creator? Exactly. Proverbs 4 verse 23, guard your heart above all else. All right. Focus on that. The next thing I did was this. I kind of mentioned it a bit, but you need to rebuild your identity in Christ. You can feel very unworthy and unlovable and rejected after a relationship. I know I felt that way. And I think a lot of us try to fill that void with other things like validation from social media, right? Some of us do this. We rebound. You go to another person to make you feel okay, right? Right after you break up with this person, the next week you're with another person. And I'm telling you right now, that's not a good idea, because you're going to break that person's heart because you're not doing it because you love them. You're doing it to heal yourself, and that's selfish. So listen, if you just got out of a relationship right now, the best thing I can tell you right now is to not rebound, but to focus on your relationship with God. Like I said, focus on your identity because you are loved. Psalm 139 verses 14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And it's going to take time to rebuild your identity depending on what this person has done to you. Maybe they were abusive to you and they made you think you were less than. They made you think that you were not good enough. They made you think that you had no value and you weren't loved and you weren't worthy of being loved. But you need to focus on people around you that can help build up your identity again, because having a supportive friend group can change everything. And also this, when you're in a relationship that's not from God, you're distracted from your purpose and your passions, which I'll talk about in the next point. But what goals did you set aside when you were in the relationship? What things did you want to do, but you felt held back by this relationship? It's time to start, bro. It's time to lock in. I would not have this YouTube channel. I wouldn't be here today if I wasn't out of that relationship. I'll tell you that right now. I wouldn't be on this camera. I'd probably be distracted. I'd probably be doing whatever I want to do, right? Scrolling on TikTok, watching pornography, all these different things. But thank the Lord that he put me out of that relationship. It wasn't a bad person I was with, but it was distracting me and I was comfortable. And I'm telling you guys this because I want you guys to know that I've been through this as well. And I'm not just telling this from a point of view that I don't know how you guys feel. I know exactly how you feel. And that's why I want to help you, because I didn't have anyone else to tell me these things while I was in that predicament. 1 Peter 2 verses 9. But you are a chosen people. You, yes, you behind the screen watching me right now. You are chosen, bro. A royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. The Lord loves you and you are precious to him. And no one else on this earth considers you precious. Just know that the creator of the entire universe says that you are precious. So the best thing I can tell you right now, based off this point, is to spend more time with your friends that will build you up. Because this completely transformed and allowed me to heal exponentially faster. Because I had people around me that were supporting me through that difficult season in my life. And I know that some of you guys may not have people like that. And that's why I'm going to link my free Christian Discord in the description so that you guys can connect with thousands of other people like you. And also, if you want to work with me personally and have me personally help you through this difficult season in your life, as I've helped the people on the screen right now. You can check out the first link in the description, but you don't have to, all right? The next thing I did was so important. I had to refocus my energy on my personal growth. I'm gonna show you guys a comparison. This is me while I was in my relationship. Unhealthy, out of shape, and just honestly self-conscious because I knew I wasn't living to the standard God wanted me to live at. But then after a few months after my breakup, this is what happened right here. So I'm telling you right now, if you focus on your personal growth, that I know you guys heard like the memes and stuff like that where like the breakup, the villain arc and stuff like that stuff, seriously, it works. I'm telling you, because you have no distractions, right? And I'm telling you this, please do not go to the gym because of the breakup and because of revenge. Because I'm telling you, that revenge will subside after you attain the physique you want. And then you're going to become complacent. Do it for you, bro. Do it for you because you know you can be better each and every single day because of the person that you know you can become. So right now, listen, all right, what I love to do is learn new things. And when I broke up with this girl, I learned so many skills. I learned how to play guitar. As you guys can see, I already played bass guitar before the relationship. But I decided that let me play electric guitar because I want something to fill my time with, right? And the more you develop hobbies, the more you develop healthy habits, you're going to automatically not even think about this person. Because I'll tell you guys the truth. At first, you're going to suffer. I'm going to say this. You're going to feel empty when you wake up. You're going to walk downstairs and think, man, what am I supposed to do now? You're going to feel lost. And I'm telling you guys this so you can be prepared. But after some time, after a few weeks, after a few months, you will begin to feel alive again. You'll begin to feel like, wait, I haven't thought about this person in a few hours. Wait, it's been a whole week since I thought about this person. And you'll realize at that point that you're starting to really heal. So start exercising, right? Consistently. Learn a new skill, learn a new hobby, and draw closer to God. So what I want you to do right now, I want you to set 3 personal goals you have for the next 30 days. 1 spiritual, 1 physical, and 1 financial or career related. All right. And once you do this, write down the steps it's going to take to achieve this goal. And make it your mission to fulfill this goal. And once you do that, you'll realize I don't need another person to survive. I can do this with God. Now, the next thing and the last thing is this. You need to forgive this person. Holding on to bitterness only keeps you stuck. Keeps you stuck. It doesn't hurt the other person. I'm telling you. It doesn't hurt the other person. You're hurting yourself. It's like drinking a bottle of poison and expecting the person across the room to be sick. And listen, forgiveness isn't about justifying what they did to you. It's about releasing yourself from the grip of resentment. Because maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they, like I said, abused you. Right? And you don't want to forgive this person. I'm not saying what they did was okay at all. It wasn't. No. But in order for you to move on, for you to heal, you have to forgive this person. So these 3 things helped me so much when it came to forgiving this person. And not just this person. No, you have to forgive yourself. Because if you've done things in a relationship that have hurt the other person, if you were the person that hurt the other person, you need to forgive yourself as well. So this applies to forgiving the person and also yourself. You need to pray for them. Pray for this person. Maybe they cheated on you. Pray for them. I know it's hard. It's not going to be easy. But with time, you'll realize that they may have been hurting themselves. They may have been hurting so they wanted to hurt other people subconsciously. And this will soften your heart and prevent bitterness. This goes for forgiving anybody. The next thing is very beneficial. It's kind of uncommon though. Write a letter to this person. Don't send it. Just write it down. Write down everything you want to say to this person if they were right in front of you. And this will change your life. I'm telling you right now. And then after you write it, you can throw it away. This is going to be the most important part of the video. Focus on the lesson. Temporary people teach permanent lessons. What did you learn this time? What did you learn from this pain? What did you learn from this relationship, from this breakup? What did you learn? Because every relationship teaches you something new. What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about love? What did you learn about what you truly desire and truly need for yourself? Colossians 3 verses 13, bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. God has forgiven you for wicked sins 10 million times worse than what they've done to you. So what gives you the right to not forgive another person? Maybe you've hurt another person as well. Unforgiveness is prideful because it makes us think that we are perfect, like we've never hurt anybody else. Think deeply about that. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying this so that you have this in your mind. When you get those thoughts of bitterness, like, I can't forgive this person for what they've done. Someone else may have those thoughts towards you. Think about that for a second. So your heart may be broken right now, but you are not broken, bro. You are loved, and God will take care of you because you are his son or daughter. And remember this, God still has a plan for you. He has a beautiful woman or a handsome man for you. So you got to realize that what's for you won't miss you. If you think this person is your wife or your future husband, it's probably not the case, because your future husband would choose you if they were from God. Your future wife would choose you if they were from God. So as I close this video out, remember this, that you have not missed the love of your life, because this lesson right here is preparing you for the true person God has for you. So with that said, if this video was a blessing to your life and you want to support this mission, check out the Peace Over Promise merchandise. Is right here. Custom zipper, silk hoodie, so your hair doesn't get messed up when you put it on. Only for $30. Get it while you can, because they're selling out quickly, and there's 100,000 of you guys. And once they sell out, they're not coming back. So if you don't get one, it's on you. Now, as I mentioned before, if you want me to personally help you to overcome lust and to genuinely increase your confidence, click the top link in the description and I will help you out. And if you want to reach out to me, just connect with me on Instagram in the second link in the description. But with that said, remember this, in a world full of problems, choose peace.